Hello. I would like to thank all of you for coming here tonight. My name is Callie Schertzer, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about rape cases and how they are not treated with the seriousness they need to be. Rape is defined as unlawful sexual activity and usually sexual intercourse carried out forcibly or under threat of injury against the will of the person. According to statistics, there are an average of 321,500 rape victims annually, and on average, 1 out of every 6 women in the United States has been raped. In the state of Kentucky, there are 3 different degrees of rape. According to the Kentucky Revised Statute, first-degree rape is classified as sexual intercourse with someone by forcible compulsion, or sexual intercourse with someone who isn't capable of consenting to the act because they are either physically helpless or less than 12 years old. Second-degree rape is classified as being 18 years or older and having sexual intercourse with someone who is less than 14 years old or who is mentally incapacitated. And third-degree rape is classified as having sexual intercourse with a victim who isn't capable of consenting to the act because of an intellectual disability, or if the offender is 21 years old or older and the victim is less than 16 years old. There are also different crime classifications and penalties associated with each degree. First-degree rape is classified as a Class B felony and is punishable from 10 to 20 years in prison. Second-degree rape is classified as a Class C felony and is punishable from 5 to 10 years in prison. And third-degree rape is classified as a Class D felony and is punishable from 1 to 5 years in prison. Although there are penalties associated with each rape classification, there are many cases where the rapist doesn't face jail time or any further punishments. For example, in Minnesota in April 2016, there was a 19-year-old boy that was convicted of raping a 12-year-old girl. According to the news article, the boy faced 0 days jail time and 15 years probated. He had to register as a sex offender, but no further actions were taken against him. Another example is in Georgia in June 2016. There was a 21-year-old boy that raped a 13-year-old girl. He pled guilty to statutory rape, but didn't serve any time in jail. Instead, he was given 5 years probation and all molestation charges were dropped. The last example is that in Massachusetts in August 2016. There was an 18-year-old that raped 2 unconscious 18-year-old girls and faced hardly any repercussions. He was probated for 2 years, but did not serve any time in jail, and he does not have to register as a sex offender. Me personally, I would not want to raise my children in a world where a person can commit a crime as heinous as rape and still get off with little to no jail time. I think if a person is found guilty of rape, they should have to serve their full jail sentence and not be able to bond out. Picture this. You are raped by one of your close friends or even an ex-boyfriend. They are arrested and put in jail to await their trial. One of their close friends or family members posts their bond money and gets out of jail to await their trial. Before their court date, they violate their probation terms and are placed back in jail. Then that same family member posts their bail money once again. It is my personal belief that once a person is bonded out of jail but violates their probation and is placed back into jail, they should not have the opportunity to be bailed out a second time. They should get one chance to straighten up and act right after being bailed out. If they violate their probation, they should be required to stay in jail until their trial date. One counter-argument that people may have is that the person may have just made a mistake and are genuinely a good person and they should get a second chance. That's why they should have the option to be bailed out a first time, but if they violate their probation terms, they should not be allowed to bond out a second time. I'm all for giving second chances, but there comes a point in time that the person needs to answer for what they did and receive their appropriate punishment. I hope that you feel the same way I do after hearing all of my points and evidence. Thank you so much for your time.